Hey boys, welcome back to round 24 of our Raiders career. The Warriors have now leapfrogged us over to top of the table. So it's very contested in the top four because they were in fourth spot when we versed them. I'm pretty sure we were in first, they were in fourth, and one loss, or probably that win last week, and then they must have played before us and won a game. Otherwise, it would be a little strange if they jumped that high. But gonna get a chance here to make up for that disappointing loss. Sam Williams is still in the team. I actually forgot to look at the sort of the fixture or whatever it's called. I'm guessing Caesar is out suspended probably for. It's either gonna be this will be his last match on the sidelines or one more. It's generally always 2 or 3 weeks. I can never get them off. They always get a couple of weeks in my books. So it allows us to use a couple of new players and a couple of fresh boys. So not the worst thing in the world. As George Jennings here is going to make a break, and that is shocking defense. Terrible defense, and he is going to race away and score a very soft try. I was trying to just hold off and just corral him to the sideline, and then didn't make the tackle. Terrible stuff. As the Eels are going to post first points. Mitchell Moses should not make a mistake with this one. Pretty much right in front, so not a good start, but I mean I feel like there's always a period. There's always a period in these games where we play a little poorly, and honestly, if the very opening of the game is a little bit rough, then it's probably not the worst thing, as the Eels are gonna just absolutely shit themselves at the start of the kickoff. What are they doing? They give away a forward pass, just got all muddled up, and gives us a great chance to counter-attack, well not counter-attack, but score on the back of it, as we were a little sloppy there with our set play of the scrum. No one really knew what was going on. Everyone was dishing off to someone else, and then Joe Tarpany scores a very easy try. Nice little ball from Big Papali, I think it was. Yeah, I think it was Big Papa, and then just Big Joe. He's quick. He's got good footwork for a big man. He just slices straight through some poor defense. You know, the Eels, they are a team that can concede pretty heavily in rugby league games. So, not too concerned going down by 6 or 12 points in a game against the Eels. Don't want to make a habit of it, but not the worst. As we actually batted down nicely. I've been using that a bit more, just batting it back to our fullback, because it just works. It actually works pretty well, because a lot of times the AI, you can't actually stop them from scoring off a kick. As right here, I think who is it? George Jennings has gone in to score his second try. Rapiner comes in with a huge effort, and he is going to knock the ball loose. So massive bit of defense by Jordan Rapiner. He made a blue in that first try. He let George Jennings just run straight through him, and making up for it right there. That was a huge defensive play. They had a shot. You could see the defensive line. It was like 3-on-1 on that left hand side. As the Eels actually give us a penalty for holding down, and we're actually going to take the 2. It's actually a reasonably tough kick. The wind is pushing left to right against us, which isn't very good, and it's a fair way out, but we absolutely nail it. So good 2 points. Could have gone for more for sure, but I thought take the 2 points. They're on offer. I feel pretty confident in the kick, and I feel like it hasn't been a great first half of footy. If we can go in with a lead, it's a huge momentum booster, and it looks like we're going to go in with an even bigger lead. Nick Kotrick with some dazzling footwork on this left hand side gets a beautiful ball back to the captain in Croker. Goes in for a very nice try, and he's not going to make a mistake. And now all of a sudden, that 2 points, our lead is pushed out to 8. So it just gives us a nice buffer. It gives us a very nice buffer if we end up missing a conversion, or if we don't, it just gives us that you know, they have to score twice to take the lead. It's a handy play. So a good first half of footy. We didn't start well at all. It was a bit of a shocking start. As the second half starts pretty similar to the first half, we're going to give the Eels a good chance to post first points, I should say, as Junior Paulo gets rocked there, and a huge shot by who was that, Hudson Young and Havili on the field. Great defensive play by the two bench forwards. But the kick goes up again out to George Jennings, who has been in some pretty good form for them. He's looked very dangerous on this side. Rapiner and Leilua, their defense, you know, it can be shaky at times. They're very strong one-on-one. Leilua, I mean, a lot of people do. I actually think people underrate Leilua's defensive abilities a little bit. He can come up with some poor reads in defense, like every winger in centre can. But one-on-one defensively, you're not going to find a stronger center than Leilua. Like, you know, everyone talks up Latrell Mitchell and how he dominates his opposing centers. Pretty much every game I've seen the Roosters take on the Raiders, Leilua handles Mitchell with absolute ease, honestly. I think people underrate Leilua a little bit defensively. He's right here. What has happened? They've thrown the ball. Why is that not play on, dude? Joey is going to run the length of the field and be a great leeway into us talking him up, but the refs call it back for some unbeknownst reason. I have no idea why. Just baffling. Why do they ping it back? I have no idea, but regardless, Croker, our dummy half, we had him in all sorts. I don't know what the Eels defensive line was doing. They must have been out of position with a couple of players, because they were running in all sorts, like their heads were cut off, and they left like two massive holes in the middle of the field. All we have to do was just crab across, look for the yap, and pretty much just go straight through. So we've turned this game around nicely. It's going to be 20 points to 6, an unattainable comeback now from the Eels. Couple of minutes left in the game. Other than the very start of the game, and probably the very start of the second half, we've been in control for the rest of it. It's been a fairly clinical performance. We've been very, very solid, good in attack, good in defense. Just an overall solid game. After losing that that bit of a heartbreaking golden point affair against the Warriors, it's obviously very nice to come out the week after and get a nice convincing win. So Jared Croker, man of the match, played very well. A lot of the backline players did. Hopefully you guys are enjoying the series. Make sure to like and comment, and I'll see you in the next one.